Welcome. So today we're going to look at how to create a learning menu to embed some student choice into a lesson, a unit, a project that you have. And we're going to talk about kind of the things to be sure of as you do it as well. So the point of this video is show you how you can set it up, but also to talk about what you may want to do as you include different parts to this. So let's just dive right in and start with looking at different places you can build these. So one place, Microsoft Word, does have some menu templates that you can use. So I want to show um, those different types of things. So you can absolutely choose a menu template if you want. Uh, Canva has menu templates as well, and so I'll show you in a second a one that I built using this template right here, Canva, free for educators. So if you are a teacher, Canva is free for educators and you can use that. But let's take a look here. So I made one and I set up a template, and the link will be included in the Wakelet, which are um, include all of the OER materials that are a part of this. So again, if you're watching this, I'll include the link to the Wakelet in the description, or maybe you came across this video in the Wakelet that has all the materials that come with this, some templates, and an example that I will hopefully be using in the not too distant future with my own students. So here's a quick little template, right? Appetizer, choose one. For me as a history teacher, this will probably be a little bit of background information. So the example I'm going to have here is going to be um, the civil rights movement. And so these two options, uh, my philosophy here as I do it, and you can play around and do it however you want, of course, but as we play around with this, I would encourage you to look at these and try to make them things that no matter what option the students choose, that regardless of what they choose, they're going to achieve the same learning objective. Okay, in terms of especially content, or if you want this to be a skill based thing, they're going to come away with the same skill. They're going to show it in different ways, perhaps, or they're going to do different things to get there. But to be aware that as you do this, they choose one. And again, whatever the title is, you can include a hyperlink here if you're going to post this online, and whatever your learning management system is. For me, it would be Google Classroom. So you would click that, it opens it up, and then students would have to know how to attach it to the assignment or how to get the assignment to you. You could also have paper copies of stuff and just directions as to where they can get it. So that's kind of up to you how you do that. Each are 10 points here. I'll have a sample rubric in the materials as well. Again, click the link in the description if you're just seeing this on YouTube, and then a dessert here. And again, it's however much time you want to spend recreating these templates. They're there in Canva. You can do it this way. Um, it's totally fine to do it that way. All right. I will, what the one I'm going to create, I'll kind of show you how I'm going to set it up, is going to have at the bottom something about like drinks, and it's going to have a required thing. Um, you could do that as well. You could have it where everyone must do this one, and then everyone chooses one of these. It could be in one of the sections. I just decided to have a little thing at the bottom that's going to say drinks, everyone must do this option or something like that. So there will not be choice at that last part because I've decided that I want the students to be doing the same thing for the one, and I'll explain why a little bit later. So if we look here, this is going to be, I'm going to use Google Docs to make one. They don't have the templates like Microsoft Word does. So that's one thing. Google Docs is starting to have them, but they don't yet. So what I'm going to do to just have this be set up nice is set this up as a table. And so what we'll do, eventually I'll get rid of all the things. So I'll set it up this way. I'm going to merge all of these cells. There we go. And now I'll pick some sort of a cool font that is good for a menu. That is not the font I am going to keep, but that's okay. You'll see the finished product later. I'm just going to show you quickly how I'm going to set it up, and I will probably at some point speed the video up and run you through it. So we will figure this out. I'll go here, we'll type menu. Again, I'm going to pretty this up later, but I just want you to get a sense of how this works. So we'd say appetizer, and I'll include a link to this in the materials as well. Choose one, and I'll go over here. Well, we'll probably make that bigger, but you can have a lot here. It can go over, and you can say 10 points. That would be like the cost of it, I guess. Option one, description and hyperlink. And then what we can do is just duplicate these. Oh, I should probably have option two, right? Because we are doing choice. Option two. And hyperlink again. And then I'm just going to duplicate these and then I'll show you at the end how I'm going to do this. We'll say main course, or if you want to teach the kids a fancy word, you can do entree, which doesn't even look like I spelled it right, but I'm pretty sure I did. All right. If not, I will fix it in the template, or you will leave a comment telling me how I cannot spell, and you would be sometimes correct. I'm okay. All right, so there we go. And again, you can link to anything, or they have a copy. I said I am going to put a little thing here that says beverage all must do, or something along those lines. And then and hyperlink, if applicable. You might not have a hyperlink. It might just be on paper. I know I've seen art teachers do this, and everything is being created offline. So there's no hyperlink. They just go, they pick the thing they want to do. This is printed out, and they sort of circle stuff and turn it in with all the papers. So you can set that up however you want. Again, the final version will look different than this. I am now going to get rid of all of these lines. Somebody's going to comment that there's an easier way to do this than what I'm doing, and they would be so very right. But here's where the magic is going to happen in my video editing process. Everybody ready for it? Here it comes. Okay. So here we are. Hopefully my video editing process there actually worked. I'm going to change the border width, and away goes the table here. So again, you can kind of set this up however you want. You can have a line. You can leave this line here if you want to, right? If you want to leave the line all the way across, you can certainly do that. You could say, here we go. You can make the fonts different for the titles, whatever you want to do. In my finished version that I'm going to share with you is going to look different than this probably. I'll fancy it up a little bit, but it all comes down to, for you, the time that you have. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to spend your time making this look like a restaurant menu, or do you just want to get the point across, right? And if you want it to look like a menu, then do that. You can either play around with it in Google, you can use one of the templates in Microsoft Word, you can use a template in Canva, and you can really, you know, make it look like a menu. If your priority is, hey, I just want to make sure I get this out here and I create all the stuff because it's already going to take a while because you're creating two options for each, then something like this works totally fine. And this is what I'm going to work from just because it's kind of easy for people to just edit on their own if they want to. You can come up with whatever title for your restaurant you want, all that sort of stuff. You're probably going to want, and actually I'll include this here, somewhat of a short summary of units and description of assignment or directions. And you can put images, you can do all sorts of stuff, right? So this is kind of the basic thing. This is the template I will share with you. But the final product that I make that I share in my social studies version, and I'll share it at the end, not in this video, but in the end of the materials I've linked, it'll be it'll look a little more formal or formatted than this. This option here, this template here, is so that you can maybe generate your own ideas and your own creativity. So I hope you kind of got the juices flowing here. I hope you kind of figured out what you could do with this and how you could set this up. And again, if you want to click that link and see all of the materials, some other videos I make that describe why I made choices I made, and anything else related to this, any materials that I create related to this, click the link in the description and it'll take you right there.